Good afternoon all. Today's newspaper, 2nd June, so Telangana Formation Day. 2014, the Telangana was been formed as which state? 29th state. 29th state, Telangana state has been formed under Article 3 of the Constitution. Under 3 of the Constitution, you have to understand whether small states are good or not in administration, whether small states are recommendable or not. Why? Because the number of states has been reducing, the number of state size has been reducing, and the number of states are increasing. The size is reducing and the number is increasing. Number one. Number two, the number of districts also increasing. So compulsory, there is an expected question in interview, in mains, for those aspirants who are from Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. The number of districts are increasing, the number of states are increasing, the demands for number of states is increasing. So what is the constitutional procedure? The constitutional procedure is by amending Article 3 of the Constitution. Whether there is requirement of constitutional amendment or a simple law. Simple law. Simple law. Telangana was been formed on June 2nd, 2014 by a simple law. It is not a Constitutional Amendment Act. It is simple legislation. By simple legislation, by simple majority. By simple legislation, by simple majority, we can have formation of a new state. So Article 3 of the Constitution is responsible for the formation of a new state. So June 2nd, this is important article. And apart from this, what are the articles which are there? I will be discussing about. So heavy rains. In Northeast India, there are heavy rains. So not much news are there. So directly I will tell you, open the newspaper. Not big articles are there. So it is, so news, like heavy rainfalls are there in Northeast India. Lakhs were been affected. So Telangana news is there. Apart from that, Hyderabad news is there. Hyderabad news. And free distribution, this is also Telangana news. South news is there. In South news also, no much thing, big thing is there. In South news also, all about. So this is something which is very important today. Regulating India's virtual digital assets. Regulating India's virtual digital assets. So if you look into here, from today's newspaper, so something which is important is virtual digital assets. What are virtual digital assets? They are assets, but which are not physical. They are assets, but they are digital. In digital, what? Digital is virtual. So virtual digital assets, the best example is cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrencies are the examples of what? Virtual digital currency, and the page number of it in your newspaper is page number 8. In page number 8 of Hyderabad edition, there is this particular concept called as virtual digital asset. So what is this? Virtual digital assets like cryptocurrency, which are assets, which are traded, which are transferred, or used for payment or investment. So I will use, if I want to pay the fees, then what I will do? How many cryptocurrencies? 10 cryptocurrencies. I will send 10 cryptocurrencies. So it will come into the account. Sir, then money transfer is also same, no? Money transfer is also same. So here what will happen? It will be crypted. It will be encrypted. You can open it. You can use it when you know the code. You can use it, you can open it when you know the code, then only you can use it. So hence it is called as encrypted technique or cryptocurrency. Those cryptocurrencies are called as virtual digital assets. The characteristics of this, how they will be digitally represented. They will be digitally represented. They can be transferred and they can be traded. Used for payment or investment. Their methods are what? Cryptographic methods. For example, what, sir? Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin, sir? I am confused. Simple. I will give some money. RBI guaranteed Indian rupees I will give to a person. I gave him 50,000. He gave me 500 bitcoins, means 1,001 bitcoin. So I got how many? 500 bitcoins. So I can trade only to you where you are trading in bitcoin. Then I will encrypt it with a information, with a message, and I will send to you. That message I will send you. If you have that message, then only you can use the bitcoin. Then only you can decrypt the encrypted currency, encrypted value. That is called as cryptocurrencies. Those are called as what? Virtual digital assets. Who are regulating it? Actually, RBI is regulating it, but still we don't have that much of technology, we don't have that much of information in order to regulate this virtual digital assets. The examples are cryptocurrencies like bitcoins and Ethereum. This is very important. Non-fungible tokens. Non-fungible tokens. There are two types of tokens are there. Fungible tokens, non-fungible tokens. Fungible tokens, non-fungible tokens. Fungible tokens are which can be traded. Fungible tokens are which can be transferred. Like Bitcoin is an example of what? Fungible token. Non-fungible tokens will be there. Like what? Art. Like what? Music. Which are mine. Which I cannot transfer. Which I cannot invest. Which I cannot trade. Those are called as non-fungible tokens. Understand this. There are two types of tokens are there. Fungible tokens and non-fungible tokens. Fungible tokens which can be traded, which can be transferred. Non-fungible tokens are those which cannot be transferred or which cannot be traded. For example, what, sir? For example, if you see art, my art, whether I can trade it, whether I can give you, no. My collectibles, like for example, I am having a habit of collecting stamps, collecting coins. Whether I can transfer this habit to you, whether I can transfer this hobby to you, if I tell you whether you will adopt it, no, these are my unique. Those are called as non-fungible tokens. Music, my voice, whether you can get, no, non-fungible tokens. Gaming is also skill. Gaming skill, how I am playing, whether I can learn you, whether I can teach you, no. These are called as non-fungible tokens. So, virtual digital assets are those assets which are present in digital formats are called as virtual digital assets, like cryptocurrencies, etc. So, examples are not only cryptocurrencies, they are also like fungible tokens as well as non-fungible tokens. This is the regulating India's virtual assets revolution. So now everywhere cryptocurrencies became a common norm. Now people are trading in cryptocurrencies. People are trading also in fungible tokens, non-fungible tokens. So whether it should be regulated or not, it should be regulated. If it is not regulated, what will happen? It will be misused. So the article is talking about this virtual digital assets need to be regulated, and already it is getting regulated by RBI, but the technology which RBI is having is insufficient. So there is a need for more skill and more technology improvement in order to regulate what? Virtual digital assets. That is what. Next. Page number 9. India's rise to page number 9. Down. What is that? India's rise to fourth largest economy. Fourth largest economy. So India rises as world's fourth largest economy. So what is the fourth largest economy? If you see here, so we bypassed or we overthrown whom? We overthrown Japan as a third rank, and we got whom? Fourth in. We bypassed Japan and we became fourth. First is USA, second is China, third is Germany, fourth are we are. Now who is fifth? Japan. But there is much not. 4.187 trillion is India, 4.186 trillion is who? Japan. So we are fourth economy. In May month we are fourth economy. In June month also we are fourth economy. Hence it is in the news. If we want to continue it, and if we want to reach third position, how we have to be, how India should continue this legacy is about the article. In order to continue to be on fourth rank, It is not getting into fourth rank, no, whether we have to continue it or not. We have to continue it. In order to continue it in the fourth rank, what are all the steps need to be taken? So historical economic trajectory, 2004 to 2014 we have a very good GDP growth rate, but 2014 to 2024 the economic GDP is not that much good because of COVID, GST, demonetization, etc. The key drivers of recent growth, what are responsible for recent growth according to the article is robust service sector. The service sector is growing like anything. Expansion of digital economy is increasing like cryptocurrencies, and government initiatives like Gati Shakti, government initiatives like infrastructure, government initiatives like ease of doing business, government initiatives like Make in India. These all programs are responsible for making India in which list? Fourth list. So, but we are lagging in what? We are lagging in FDI. FDI in the last year, 2024 April 1st to 2025 March 31st, last financial year, our FDIs was being reduced by 96%. Our FDIs are reduced by 96%, means almost 100%. Means almost 100%, number one. Number two, there is a need for more investment in research and development. The research and development in India is less than GDP of 0.6%. అంటే అంత డబ్బుల్లో నుంచి research and development మీద we are keeping less investment. Whereas Israel is keeping how much of investment? 5% of its investment. So see here. Net FDI declined by how much percent? 96%. Whereas India spent how much? Less than 0.7%. Whereas Israel is how much? 5%. That is the reason Israel is small, up to the level of Hyderabad only. But how much robust growth there? India is this much, but our growth is not on par with Israel because our investment on research and development is less. Under research meeda, development meeda, there is a need for more investment, but we are not in a position to invest more. It can be because of policy paralysis. It can be because of no political will. It can be because of no aspiration among the politicians. This might be the reason. ఇప్పుడు మన దగ్గర డబ్బులు వచ్చినాయి అనుకోండి, మనం ఇంకా ఎదగాలి అని అంటే దాన్ని మనం రీఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ చేయాలా, వచ్చినాయని జేబులో పెట్టుకోవాలా? రీఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ చేయాలి. సో డబ్బులు వస్తున్నాయి ఇండియాకి, కానీ ఏం చేయట్లేదు ఇండియా? రీఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ చేయట్లేదు. ఎక్కడ చేయాలి? రిసర్చ్ అండ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ చేయాలి. అప్పుడేమవుతుంది? ఇంకా డెవలప్మెంట్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇండియా ఈజ్ లూజింగ్ బికాస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఇన్వెస్టింగ్ ఆన్ research and development. So there is a need for investment on what? Research and development. Then obviously we will grow. But however, there is no signs that India is going to bypass Germany. Global economy slowdown is there. Policy paralysis is there. Tariff war, USA, tariff wars are happening, because of which the market is very bad in the international scenario. So there is a very negative environment in the market. So it might take a lot of time in order to reach third position. But however, we targeted by 2047, which is called as Amrit Kal, to reach what? First rank. To become topper in the batch. To become topper in the batch, we have to wait till 2047 Amrit Kal. For that, what we have to do more? We have to go for inclusive growth. Inclusive means all sections of people. Job creation should be there. Manufacturing reform should be there, and fiscal discipline should be there. If we maintain this four, we will become rank 1 in world economy. Okay? This is what fourth largest economy, which we were been in the May month, and we want to continue in June month also. Next article. The most important, no much big news are there today. Page number 12 of Hyderabad edition. Page number 12th of Hyderabad edition. On the top right side, India and European Union set to conduct joint naval exercises. What is the name called as? UNAFAR. European Union Naval Force. EUNAVFOR. Prelims point of view. What it is? So Indian Navy and European Union Navy, we both together conducting naval exercise. We are planning to conduct a naval exercise. And what is naval exercise, sir? Doing some military operations, naval operations on the sea, friendly. It is called as naval exercises between European Union and India. The Indian Navy and the European Union Naval Force will hold a joint exercise at sea soon. European Union Naval Force, EU Naval Force, as well as Indian Navy, both will be conducting naval exercise very soon. That is also in the news. And down you see. This is most important. See, I will tell you. Page number 12. 12 down. Page number 12 down. Center nudges Jharkhand, Bihar to act against unrecognized schools. What is the problem? Right to information, right to education was the watershed, was the most important legislation after Indian independence, after Constitution of India. Free and compulsory education from 6 to 14 years of children in the primary age, in the primary stage, is right to education. The Constitutional Amendment Act was been made in the year 2002. The number is called as 82nd Constitutional Amendment Act. 82nd Constitutional Amendment Act was been made, and the 82nd Constitutional Amendment Act called for what? The children who are from the age between 6 to 14 years should be provided with a free and compulsory education, at least primary education. By whom? By the state. అంటే ప్రభుత్వం యొక్క రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ 6 నుంచి 14 సంవత్సరాల మధ్యలో ఉన్నటువంటి పిల్లలు ఖచ్చితంగా దే హ్యావ్ టు గెట్ ఫ్రీ అండ్ కంపల్సరీ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఈజ్ వాట్ ద 82nd Constitutional Amendment Act is talking about. And it has imbibed, inculcated fundamental rights, Article 21A, in the Directive Principles of State Policy under Article 45, under Fundamental Duties under 51 Clause A. 3 changes they made. One is fundamental right, other is Directive Principles of State Policy, other is fundamental duties. What it is telling? So the children who are from 6 to 14 years, they have to get a compulsory free education from the state, at least up to primary education. That is called as 82nd Constitutional Amendment Act. There are some provisions according to 82nd Constitutional Amendment Act. Number 1, schools should have appropriate infrastructure and they have to maintain it. Schools should have appropriate infrastructure and they have to maintain it. Number 1. Number 2, fixed teacher-student ratio. Minimum 1:10. So there is a fixed teacher-student ratio, and every teacher should get training. Means what? Qualified teacher should be there. 3. Fourth, most important. In the class 1, when the private schools are taking admissions, in that admissions, 25% of the seats should be given to socially and economically backward students. అంటే 100 admissions ఓపెన్ చేశారనుకోండి క్లాస్ 1లో 75 you can sell out, 75 you can take donation, 75 you can take fees, but remaining 25 you have to give free for whom? Who are socially and educationally backward, according to what? Constitutional Amendment Act of 82nd. Under which legislation? Right to education. And that school should be recognized by the government. But what is happening? Most of the schools of Jharkhand, most of the schools in Bihar, they are not following the provisions given in the right to education. When they are not following these provisions, then the recognition will be removed. They will not have recognition. That is the reason. Center nudges to Jharkhand, Bihar to act against unrecognized. So those schools recognition was been removed, but still they are running the schools. Those schools recognition was been removed by the government, but still they are running the school. So central government gave the warning to the Jharkhand government and Bihar government. Hey, Jharkhand government, Bihar government, what you are doing? In your state, schools are running without recognition. They are not following the provisions of Right to Education 2000 Act, so we didn't recognize them and we removed the recognition to them. But still they are continuing. What you are doing, man? If any school recognition, if any school is running without recognition, the penalty will be 1 lakh. If any school is running without recognition, that school penalty will be how much? 1 lakh. After serving the notice from the central government Ministry of Education, if still they are running the school, every day 10,000 fine, penalty. This is what the central government told. So central government gave warning under right to education. According to Constitutional Amendment Act, every school should have appropriate infrastructure and maintenance. There should be teacher-student ratio and there should be qualified teachers. And 25% of the seats should go for at the class 1 should be to socially and educationally backward. And the school should be properly recognized. But there are majority of the schools in Jharkhand and Bihar, they are running the schools without recognition. Without recognition, if they run, the penalty will be how much? 1 lakh. After serving notice also, if they continue, per day, 10,000 rupees. So the problem is not about free and compulsory education. Now the schools are running without recognition. Hence it is in the news. What are the articles? Under fundamental rights, which article? 21A. Pradhamika Hakku, it's a fundamental right. Directive principles of state policy, which article? Article 45. It is responsibility of the state to make the children, to make the citizens of the country, to make all the provisions in order to they join the primary schools. Directive principles of state policy. Fundamental duties. Parent or guardian to provide opportunities for education to his child within the age of 6 and 14 years. So it's a responsibility of the teacher. Sorry, it's a responsibility of the parent to make the child to go to the school. This is Article 21A, 45, 51A. So these three things are. So what are all the articles we are reading today? We are reading right to education, virtual digital asset, in which I made a very good model answer. Virtual digital asset, such type of questions will come in your prelims examination. So I made a very good model answer for it. I believe you got the printouts. And we also made 5 MCQs. One is on mountains, which is there in the newspaper. International commercial arbitration, under GST collections. Indian summers are getting hotter. India 4th largest economy. So India, European Union, very soon they are going to conduct naval exercises and virtual digital asset, as well as center nudges Jharkhand and Bihar. There is an report. UDISE, Unified District Information System for Education Plus. This had identified that this Jharkhand and Bihar, majority of the schools are unrecognized, but still they are studying. So at the district level, the information will be provided in which report? UDISE. Ante UDISE, which is called as Unified District Information System for Education, will give whether the schools which are being identified in the districts are running according to the provisions of RTI or not. Prelims point of view, UDISE plus. Got it? This much, no much information. That's it. European Union naval exercise and India naval exercise, right to information, UDISE, and virtual digital assets.
Non-fungible tokens, they are not transferable, not real. Then how come property ownership will come from the
Intellectual property.
intellectual?
Property owner, intellectual property. Intellectual property is mine only, no? It is going to give the report at the grassroots level, UDISE plus. It is going to give report at the grassroots level. Now you have to little bit read about it. Little bit you have to do Google, that's it. Then you will not miss anything. Thank you.